to the Music Box. Today, we're gonna have a special treat for you. I have a special friend. I actually met her at an OCA. I believe it was the live performance event. And my gosh, she blew me away with her blues, and she actually cheered me up with her blues. So, I cannot wait any longer but to introduce you guys to Miss Francine D. Yay!
Woo-hoo.
And so,
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
yes, we're excited to have you actually, because I actually learned a lot about you through your music when I first listened to you. Yes, very cool. Oh, and not last but not least, he always welcome here at the Music Box, Mr. Do we know who it is? Mr. Scott Graham.
Hello.
Woo!
How are y'all today? Hello, everyone.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Right? Russian? No? I feel
Busy
a
day.
little,
Fun, busy day.
fluster. So, today we're going to be getting to know Miss Francine, and through also getting to know her by her personality and through her music. So, first I do want to ask her and ask you, well, how did you get into music?
Well, my family is really artsy, and when I was young, my mom said I was singing all the time, but I didn't actually study singing. I took piano lessons when I was 12 years old. I fell in love with it watching my cousin play, and I was like, I want to do that. So I started taking lessons. I went to HSPBA here in Houston for piano, and I went on to get my bachelor's and my master's, but the whole time I really wanted to sing, but it felt like in the conservatory environment, singing was so structured, and it was very choral, and it was very classical, and it just wasn't my style. So I finally joined a jazz band, and it was what I'd been waiting for. And I found a really great teacher to study with, and I just had fun with it, and I'm still doing it, and I'm really glad that I took that step.
Oh, so, okay, so it was a big jump for you to just go into singing?
Yeah.
Whenever it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what did you like about the jazz band that you didn't like about singing with the choir and whatnot?
Well, I enjoy singing with a choir, but there's something about the groove of jazz and blues and even pop music that I just don't feel is communicated as in the same way as classical music.
Okay, I see. So, let's see. Would you like to play a little something for us about the blues right now?
Oh,
A little blues?
play the blues? I could. I
Well,
could.
okay, no, well, not play the blues, because I do know that we have on our list that you're gonna play soda and scotch.
Oh, Scotch and Soda.
Scotch and soda. my
We've
bad.
actually,
Totally
Scott and I
missed
have
that.
collaborated on some songs, so
Oh, okay.
we'd definitely love to do that for you.
Okay, let's have that right now. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the song?
Well, actually, Scott introduced me to it. It was originally by the Kingston Trio,
Yes. Mhm.
and it's become, I guess, kind of a staple in
Yeah.
the repertoire.
It's a pretty popular standard. They're like an American like style band. They have like Tom Dooley, all the Americana songs, but they have some nice blues and songs with that. Scotch and Soda is one of their most popular, back from I think the late 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
It's a really,
And,
really nice song.
Okay.
He played it for me, and I fell in love with it.
And what kind of feel do you think the song supposed to have or makes you feel?
Well, it's about love, about how someone makes the singer feel. And it's funny, it's a play on words. You make me feel high as a kite can fly, so happy and light, and it's a really fun song.
Okay.
It's a little blues song, slow, so obviously it's got its touches of sad. So a real relationship, you got your ups and downs, and
Yeah.
but it's how excited you are about the person, as she said.
All right. I can't wait any longer.
Okay,
Good. Let's get it out.
ready? Let's have a little fun.
Scotch and soda, mud in your eyes. Baby, do I feel high? Oh, me, oh, my. Do I feel high? of your smiles, sunshine of your eyes. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Oh, give me lovin', baby, I feel high. People won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just bragging, but I can feel the way that I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eyes. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Give me loving, baby, I feel high.
That was very nice.
Oh, thank you.
It was very nice. And I really saw that you were grooving that with the you're dancing around.
Something about jazz and blues, you just have to feel it.
Of course. And Scott always told me like it's not really about how you sing it, it's about how you tell the story. Oh my God. I actually saw that story unfold as you were singing. I was like,
Aw, I'm glad.
So, do you pursue music as your first choice?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Well, I do have degrees in it, but it's one of those things I need to eat. So I actually work as a technical writer right now. Yeah, at an evil drilling tool company.
It's okay. A girl gotta eat, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But a lot of my free time I spend with music. I have piano students. I love going to see live bands. I know a lot of friends in the Houston local music scene, and supporting them is important to me. And yeah, I just love seeing shows and participating in shows and collaborating with new musicians that I meet. And I'm so glad that I met you, so you could introduce me to this forum and to Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you say you love going to see a live concert, right?
Yeah.
So do I. Now, who was your first live performance that you've seen, and why was it like? Was it good or was it bad?
That's
your first experience. You think about this too,
Yeah.
Scott. Like your first live concert or band, or like if it's a coffee shop or a big, performance on Toyota Center or something along that line. Your first one. Think
The
about it.
first one I remember was in middle school, and I was lucky enough to go to school that I guess had enough funding to bring in guests and artists. So they brought in a group called Quartetto Gelato, and it was the most interesting mesh of. So there was one guy, he played violin and sang tenor. There was an oboist. There was a cellist / electric guitarist, and a drummer. And they took classical standards and made them new and exciting for children, for people our age to really get into it and realize that, classical music isn't only the museum art that it sometimes made out to be. And so I saw that music could be alive. It's not that you have to play Bach this way or Beethoven this way, but it's all about connecting with your audience and connecting what you love about the song to your performance.
Okay. What about you, Scott?
That's a tough one. I really because I've always seen so many, and I've always put on the show when I was a little kid. My sister and I would, my parents would have friends over, and we would put on, think of a show to do, and we'd ask if we could perform it for them, if we had instruments or if we were just singing and doing something kind of cheesy. Now that you think about it. But one of the first concerts I went to was the first Fresh Festival they had in Houston. I was like in elementary school, little bitty kid, and it was the first rap like they had like 20 different rap groups, like Run DMC, Fat Boys. I mean, it was as cool as anything. And I was like a little bitty kid. It's like, wow, this is awesome. And I just, I love the diversity because, they actually added some music and some great beats with it, of course. And it was just fascinating to see. And then I think I probably went to see Michael Jackson after that. I've met friends that I haven't seen in like a couple years, and we'll meet over at a concert and just go and enjoy and have that great music, and you just have you'll always remember, oh, that concert I went to, that place that I went and saw this, and I've always enjoyed going to music, and I love performing and being on the other side too, and hopefully people get that from what I do also.
Yeah, I feel that. Man, let's see. I was in Austin over the weekend, and we were at the Domain Mall, and I guess this artist, she just came up to the stage out of nowhere and have her mic, and she just started jamming with her guitars. I'm like, where's that music coming from? And she actually sang "The Way You Look Tonight," and that's the whole time that I was going shopping. I was like, just the way you look tonight. I was like, and I just grew them, and it actually made the environment a little bit more like spring, even though it was fall. But it's spring. The weather was perfect with our cold front, somewhat cold front.
Pseudo.
Somewhat. Yes, and it was just. I just like, wow, live music actually just brought everything to life, and I love that feeling about it too. So actually my first one was Alicia Keys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, recently. I know, it's so sad. I recently got discovered it actually, and I was like, it's just, I fell in love with her personality more than her music. It's like her personality made her music even better.
That passion, that enthusiasm that you
Yeah.
see when someone's in it.
And now when I listen to the CD, I'm like, it's not the same.
Live is much better than recorded.
Yes. Okay, so let me see. So Francine.
Yes.
Would you say music was your first love?
I would say so before I even knew it.
Were you
Yeah.
the kid that danced around, in your?
I wouldn't say I danced,
You
but
didn't? Oh.
I would sing. I have one memory. I was like 7. I would climb up into a neighbor's tree and just sing and pretend I was Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Under
do you
the
still,
sea.
Yeah. Do you still remember the song?
Oh, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't it make my collection complete?
Oh.
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything?
There we go.
Very nice.
Ooh, a little Ariel over here.
Very, very nice.
So after that, let me see. After Ariel, do you know any other Disney songs?
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of the cartoons, I guess.
Cartoons?
Yeah.
I always thought animated, orchestra music, actually is really good whenever you listen to the song and it provokes all your emotions, just like it's a scary movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh. But, I know, and no, we're not going to talk here. But,
Gotta go with the theme here, sorry.
So we should be moving on to the next song with the love song.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
By The Cure.
Love song
It's
by
a favorite.
By The Cure.
By The Cure.
By The Cure.
It's a great song.
Actually, can you tell me a little bit why did you pick this song?
Okay, weird story for me. I actually heard the 311 cover of this first when I was younger, and I loved it so much that I made it my ringback tone for years to everyone who called me, because it has this message like, however far away, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. So it's like people get mad, people get distant, get busy, but in the end, your friends are important. The people in your life are important, and you want to be able to say that to them before, things happen or it's too late or you regret it later. So I think it's a great message.
I think I know the song that you're talking about now that you're speaking with the lyric. Okay.
Well, yeah. It's
Okay.
actually a love song, but for me, that chorus really stood out to be broader than just a single romantic love.
Yeah. Okay. So let's
Excuse
see
me.
if my guess is correct about the song. Go ahead.
Okay.
Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you.
Wow. I
Pretty
will
song.
always love you.
But
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is a very
yeah, that's a really cool
so,
song.
So I was right. Okay, but I didn't know that that song was by The Cure because I actually heard this song through Adele.
Oh,
Really?
I've heard about this cover. I haven't heard it yet.
Yes.
Haven't heard her do the cover yet. I've heard the
Yeah.
girl on American Idol, was it, or America's
Candace
Got Talent?
Lover.
Candace,
Yeah, she did a
Candace,
great
yeah,
version of it. That was amazing.
Yeah, but I actually heard this song through an Adele's version. Oh my god, and it was actually covered by a guitarist.
A guitarist.
Yeah, so it was different because
interesting.
usually it's covered by the piano, right? If
Oh,
I'm
you mean
correct.
accompanied?
Yeah, accompanied. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Huh. I think that would add a nice vibe to it. Sorry. Mic issues.
The
We're
mic
all
likes you.
Technical difficulties.
The mic likes you. Hey.
It's all good. It's all
Keep
good.
singing.
Huh. So, let me see.
So it was an 80s song
It's an 80s
that got
song.
redone by a, I don't know how you would describe 311, kind of a West Coast
Let's go.
Kind of,
fun band.
yeah, like Bob Marley, like, you know, they
Yeah,
have that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Jamaican groove.
Jamaican
Right,
groove, yeah, because
right.
they seem like a great like college band. Like, you know, it's always at any party it would be great to have their music on. You know, you can it keeps flowing, gets everything going, and it just seems fun music. You know, gets uplifting, and they always add a nice beat to everything and change it up and make their own. You can always tell when you hear their song on the radio. It's like their style. So I like 311 a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of band, Francine, aren't you in a band yourself?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my side projects. So my mom actually introduced me to traditional Chinese music, instruments that actually are very similar to Vietnamese traditional instruments with the harp that's horizontal. And so I started out accompanying on the piano for soloists and little groups, and then I met these girls through the band, and we created our own little fusion group. So we have a peepaw, which is a lute, and we have an erhu, which is a bowed instrument with 2 strings, and a flute player. She can play about 5 different types of bamboo, and I don't know, they're made of gourds and things, so a lot of Chinese instruments are made from natural materials. And then there's a zither player, so the long horizontal harp, and then there's me on the keyboard, and we're adding beats to traditional songs, and then we're trying to cover like pop classics and Western songs, so it's been a fun experiment.
Okay.
Just
Sounds
to
like
see
a lot
how
of
it's
fun.
going, yeah.
And I believe that on your website you said you're gonna have a show.
Yes. So
When would that be?
it's March 22nd, 2014. I was very fortunate to receive a grant. I applied for a grant from Houston Arts Alliance for a new music project, and they funded it. So yay, we have some money to start with. It's going fast. The rental for the venue and the stage labor and all that, I mean, it costs money, but we're excited because without it, we wouldn't really be able to take off the project. So we're rehearsing and figuring things out as we go. It seems like a long time away, March, but we're kind of freaking out about how much there is to
Very
do
quickly.
logistically and strategically. So it's a good learning experience for me.
Okay. And where would this be? What's the venue?
So we're going to hold it at HBU in the Duncan Theater, I believe, or Dunham
Duncan.
Theater, I'm sorry, Dunham Theater.
Dunham Theater. So it's gonna be March 22nd
Yes.
at the HBU Duncan
Dunham.
Denham.
Dunham.
Denham.
Dunham.
Okay, Denham Theater. Okay, everybody be there or be a square. Nobody likes a square except for Scott.
It's gonna be exciting. We're going
Square
to have
pockets.
dancers on stage for some of the songs. I have some close jazz friends who are going to come collaborate on a few pieces with us. So we're really trying to mix it up and make it interesting.
Okay.
Sounds
Do
like
you
a lot of
Pardon?
That sounds like a lot of fun, adding the
Like the
old
beat,
school
yeah.
Chinese themes with today's thoughts. You know,
Yeah.
with it, I think that'd be an interesting twist. That'd be fun to listen to.
So Scott and I will be there, front row,
Woohoo.
for sure. And also, do you like have a? Let's see how. What do you feel whenever you playing with your band versus whenever you sing or perform by yourself? And what is its difficulty by versus band and solo? doing
There's
solo?
a lot of things I could talk about. When I first started playing Chinese music, it was really funny because it was like I'd never played a piano before. Because the harmonies are so different from our Western classical training that my hands just wouldn't do it unless it was like I was learning all over again. So it's been interesting to get used to that, the tonalities. And I think the melodies are beautiful. One thing I do enjoy about collaborating is the companionship and different ideas that are brought to the table. I was very lonely during my college studies because a lot of your time as a piano major is spent alone in the practice room with your metronome. And it gets to you after a while. So
All you do is see
knows.
those rooms, and everyone comes and visits you in those rooms. It's just a new person in your
Yeah.
domain room.
Yeah, so being in a group is really exhilarating for me. It's something different. It's something new.
Okay.
And I enjoy it a lot.
Can you give us a little taste of what traditional Chinese music would sound like on a keyboard?
Let me think of one if I can memorize something. Let's see. There's a song from Taiwan, if I can remember all the chords, called Olive Tree. 不要问我从哪里来，我的故乡在远方。为什么流浪，流浪远方？流浪。
Wow.
Very nice.
Is it harder to sing in a different language other than English? Because I feel like whenever I sing in Vietnamese, oh my God, it's so hard.
It's It's definitely
It's so-
different.
yeah.
I think it depends on how you grew up.
Mhm.
I grew up bilingual, but with a dialect, not with Mandarin. So I'm actually very comfortable speaking Shanghainese,
Mhm.
but there are no songs in Shanghainese. So I had to learn to sing Mandarin, and it's definitely a slight disconnect. Even though you know what the words mean and it translates, you speak it, you understand it, it definitely lacks some heart that your first language gives you when you're singing. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
You can, yeah. Well, I do remember like English. It's like it just comes out naturally, but whenever I try and sing Vietnamese, it's like I'm trying to translate the words over,
Mhm.
and it takes a lot of time. And it's like when that moment it takes too long, you're feeling just disconnected with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's the same for whenever you play, you know, like a different, I guess from, you know, like, help me out here.
Well, I play a variety of different styles.
Yeah,
This
I
past
know,
weekend,
like
I played
Western.
for a Chinese wedding.
Oh, Chinese wedding.
I
Okay.
played, and I had to play all the music, and it's
Oh.
really,
How
you know.
was that? How was that?
It was a lot of fun. It's beautiful music, and she's actually helped me with a couple of songs that.
Helped find some
found some really good
scores
ones.
for
I
him.
researched on the internet and found a bunch, and then she had a copy of like 2 songs or so, and it was really really nice. It went very nice. But I'll play any type of music. I did like you know
Is
Jewish.
it more? Oh, sorry.
No.
Go on. Is it more difficult to play? You know, like music that you really haven't touched base on a lot.
Well, there's different hemispheres. There's Western and even Eastern hemisphere in the
Yeah.
world, notation of music. Most like Indian is like Eastern, and some I think around in that area, and most of the rest of the world is Western. And there's also what they call church modes, and that's the different scales that you have and the different intervals to make the scale out. So it's a different way of playing, even though there's the way you do it, because they're playing in a different mode. We play like usually the Aeolian and Mixolydian, I think it is, which is known as the minor major scale. Yeah, I got to remember exactly which one it is, but a few days since I've been in
Ionian,
college.
I think is what it is.
Yeah,
Ionian.
Aeolian is the one, and there's like Mixolydian and Phrygian, and there's really cool scales, and octonic, pentatonic.
Dorian.
So when you play through, you hear the different tones, and that's a distinctive, I think, tone that you can hear when you play like Asian music or Chinese and such. So to me, it's fun because I want to practice and learn that different style, because then that helps me play overall just every style, because you're not just doing the same straight out. All of a sudden you're using your fingers doing different intervals, and you're just trying, how do they do that? And but it is a different. It freaks you out when you first get it, and then you start doing it. Okay, cool, I got this. But it's still, to me, I love challenges, so I love learning a variety. And it is a little different. It's harder for most, but it can be a lot of fun if you go over it.
Okay, now we're going back to the Western music. Even though, let me see, I believe you're going to be covering Michael Bublé, You and I, originally by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, so I actually haven't been singing and playing until maybe about a year ago. It's always hard because your mind, when you're used to singing and putting all of your soul and thought into a song, you have to pull out a little bit to play the chords and figure out the rhythm. So it's actually been kind of difficult for me to learn, but yeah, this is a song I've been working on for a friend's wedding, and one of my favorites, absolutely, in ballads. So I'm going to try to do it for you today.
We are in for a treat.
My mic can stay
Uh-oh,
higher,
do you need
a little bit higher.
a little bit higher? Okay.
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is You and I,
Stevie.
original. Here we are on earth together, it's you, and God has made us fall in love, it's true. I've really found someone like you. Will it stay? The love you feel for me, will you say that you will be by my side to see me through until my life is through? In my mind, we can conquer the world. In love, you and you and you and I am glad, at least in my life I found someone that may not be here forever to see me through, but I found my strength in you. 'Cause in my mind, you will stay here always. In love, you and you and you and you and in my mind, we can conquer the world. In love, you and you and you and
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a
Stevie
tough
Wonder's
one.
already got chords all over, and then Michael Bublé's version with the arrangement there. Got to applaud on that. That was very good.
Yeah, that was very good. Scott, did you go somewhere during that song?
I enjoyed the melody. I love music. I go everywhere every time. It's like a new movie and story to me. I just enjoy.
I know, but what were you imagining? Because I kind of see like you dazing out and then come back right in.
Thinking, did I do the laundry? No, I'm just kidding. I'm thinking, no, I, you know, when you hear certain melodies, it just is captivating. And I'm thinking, musically, I'm thinking, oh wow, okay, Michael Bublé, I love the arranger because they always make it so theatrical and big band-like, which is so much fun. As I said, I love big bands. And Stevie Wonder, the amazing person, and just the chords that he brings in there, it's just really cool because you're just playing. You're not going to always be able to just come up with these chords that he does, and it's just he just has that crazy good ear. And I just am enjoying the story. I just like to just kind of enjoy the music and just peaceful and relax and enjoy.
Let's see. Okay, and where did you go?
where did I go?
Yeah, whenever
Actually,
you're.
my friend's wedding.
You met.
Her little happy, safe place.
He's such a wonderful friend. We met when we were 14.
see. And also from your singing, how long have you been singing again?
Since I was very young.
Very young,
Yes.
but let's say, when
When did I get like official?
yeah, when did you get official? And I do believe that you did win some singing contest
yes.
as well, competition.
In college, I was in choir, and then I got involved with jazz band. So that was about 10 years ago, 10 or 11 years ago. And I found a most wonderful voice teacher. She actually taught out of UH. Her name was Ann Ostrom. And she is married, or was married to Steve Ostrom, who is a producer. He's been on Broadway and
nice.
Kennedy, whatever. And they've been heading the musical theater department at UH for a very long time. Sadly, she passed away last year, but she was a phenomenal singer. She had records when she was younger. She played and sang. And every time I went to a lesson, I was so excited to see what arrangement she had for the next song that was on my list, because it was always beautiful and unexpected.
So that's okay. Wow. And can you tell us a little bit about your first singing competition and how did you feel about that? And which
Yeah.
competition was that?
I think it was through the Chinese community in Houston. It was either the Huasha Cup or like there was a Texas music competition. And I just thought I'd try, and it was interesting because a lot of the competitors were singing in Chinese. It wasn't all English. You saw a mixture of different styles, and you didn't know what the judges wanted, but it was a good experience for me because I was really used to performing on piano on stage, but I hadn't gotten used to the butterflies of singing solo on stage. It's a special feeling. You're very exposed without your piano to protect you. And so I think I did it because I wanted to push myself and learn to get used to those situations so I could be more comfortable and really communicate the music instead of worrying, am I in pitch? Is it really right? Can they hear me? Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I did look through your work on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And you did cover actually a very favorite of mine, I believe, Makes Me Wonder.
Yes.
By Maroon 5.
Yes.
You guys should go check that out. It's actually an amazing cover.
It just came to me one day, and I thought I'd try it out.
It's I believe it was a very
Yeah.
slow rendition of it, but it was very emotional to where it put a twist on his version because it's very fast.
And I
very
love his
upbeat.
version. It's got a great beat, and it's great to dance to. But I was listening to the lyrics more carefully one day, and I'm like, wait a second, this is a really sad song. And it brought out the blues, and I thought I'd give it a try. And if you asked me to play it today, I've forgotten everything, but I can relearn it for next time.
Definitely. Okay, so next up, I believe we do have Summertime.
Classic
Summertime.
song.
Summertime. Can you tell me a little bit about Summertime?
So it was by George Gershwin, and it was part of, I guess it was an operetta or some sort of musical theater piece called Porgy and Bess.
Porgy and Bess.
And it's one of the solos in there for the female lead, and they're slaves, if I remember the storyline correctly. And she's singing to her child, and it's summertime, and it always struck a chord with me. Beautiful song.
Okay.
And we're going to change it up a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, second half.
See if y'all like that.
Yeah.
So I'm ready when you're ready.
Alrighty.
Take a breather.
Everyone, high five.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing, singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's a nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. Take it, Scott. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy all standing by.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's a fun one.
Actually, you made it really hard not to sing.
Yeah.
I was really.
Go ahead and belt some out. Have a little fun.
I was like, I want to join, but I can't.
Next time we can
Next
do some
time, yeah,
duets.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Is it hard to? I believe scat. Because
Scatterwhack.
yeah, it's yeah. Because you don't know because like because I tried it, but I was like I can't think of any other words except for la 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 or na 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 or da di da doo doo. You know.
I think they
and
make it
it's-
up as they go.
Yeah,
I think it's extremely difficult. I never even tried it
Yeah.
until a couple years ago, and you just have to let go. And if you hit not quite the right note, whatever, just keep going.
It's kind of jazzy.
You just kind of feel it, yeah.
Well, because I was like, oh, is she gonna scat right now? I was like, I was waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I was
Oh,
like,
just here and there, just here and there.
Just here and there. And I'm like,
I'm still learning. I'm
You're
still,
learning. Yeah.
Next time.
Like, do you think it would be hard to scat?
I think it'd be fun. Now, to do it right, I think it'd be easy probably to do it, but to do it correctly,
Yeah,
I think it'd be
correct.
kind of difficult, because you're kind of you're scatting across the slide beat. You're almost a melody, but you're just kind of scat along to I don't know, just kind of fill in. And I don't know how they come up with some of the things they do, but I think it's pretty cool.
Well, let me say something. I don't know what you mean by correct, but Scott's scatting all the time when he improvs on his
Yep,
melodies.
that's true.
All the time.
All the time.
Yes, I am scattered.
Yes, he is a
It's
scatter.
scatter.
Well, the thing is that
Scatterbrain.
I think his scatting is more of like you don't really notice it, or like to where it's so smooth, and the transition. It's just like you thought, oh, that's just part of the song.
Yeah.
It's not like noticeable to where it's like, oh, is he doing something different? different there? Is
It's so smooth.
My plan is working.
So integrated, and I guess that's what you mean by correct. So we'll just go with that.
I guess there is no really correct way to do anything,
No.
except for you feel it.
Scatting, yeah. There's not like a straight. You're just kind of. There's a melody. You just kind of dance around it,
Yeah.
and you just kind of just do whatever you feel. I believe.
I would say if you want to try it out and learn a little more about it, Ella Fitzgerald, my favorite scatter. Just listen to some of her stuff, and you're like, how?
I feel like he would memorize all of his scat, and then just do it.
Well, that's how a lot of jazz musicians learn. They transcribe the solos, and they practice them, and they figure out where the patterns come from.
See, and that's how you pick it up.
Until you internalize it, yeah.
Let's see, you feel the jazz on the blues.
Yeah.
Oh.
From imitation comes interpretation.
I see. Do you ever get nervous whenever you're just performing?
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Do you get shaky? Like at first, I know I get very shaky. Like my first performance, I'm just like, oh God.
I think it's natural.
It's just that.
I think if you lose that spark, you're not enjoying the performance anymore. Maybe that's just me personally, you know. It's that extra adrenaline, that feeling that, oh, I need to nail this, and it just makes it more exciting. Yeah.
And then.
That's what I was thinking. You kind of redirect the nervous shakiness to more exciting, like, this is going to be fun. You kind of redirect it a little bit instead of being so shaky, like, oh, I'm going to be terrible. I mean, you always want to be the best you can, but we always are our own worst critics, so we can second guess ourselves very easily. So you try and be confident, and you just get more excited about it instead of being nervous. You want them to like it as best as possible, but as long as you're doing your thing, it usually shows.
Yeah, usually is. You know, like, the first time I ever really got nervous was, one of the Lady Gaga song. It was Paparazzi when I performed it first time on here with you guys. Yeah, that song when I did a cappella, oh my God, I was so nervous, but you know, I kept myself very calm. And I try and do the beat in my head by doing patty cake.
That's cool.
And it actually works. Now, the things that I don't know about Lady Gaga's thinking about my version is pretty good, but we'll see. So next up, you will be covering Telephone.
Yeah.
By Lady Gaga and Beyonce.
It was just an idea that we threw around.
Just thought we'd just scat along it.
Get along, it's just scats.
Something different. It's going to be a piano duet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, why did you pick this song?
We wanted something fun and upbeat to match some of the bluesy stuff we were doing.
And our local Houstonian, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
But it's a fun exactly. It's a fun upbeat song, and it's got a great pushing beat, and we thought we'd just try something a little bit different and do the duet with this one.
Okay, and this version, would there be a beat behind this one?
Oh, it might sneak in at some point.
You never know.
Oh, we'll never
Can't give
know.
all the secrets away.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention, and you will learn.
And let's unveil this thing.
1, 2.
which is why I'm enjoying playing with this.
Oh my god, that was really awesome.
You guys enjoyed that too. That was a lot of
Yeah,
fun to work
it
on.
was a
So
lot
that
of
was cool.
fun. Like I can see you guys jumping up and down on your keyboard, and I was like jumping up and down over here too.
Yeah, we
Man.
can move around a little more.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I have this cloth so you can't see my legs dancing.
Next time we gotta wear the outfits, the Gaga
The
outfits.
Gaga outfit.
Oh, no, that'd be awesome. Next time.
Man, it was so cool, so tight. Wow. Woo. I don't know what to say now because it's
Keep going.
it's like seriously, all we need is a disco ball, some flashing lights,
Yeah.
kind of busy,
Disco, duck.
and like dancing around. Woo! That was really fun. That was really fun. Okay, next up. Woo. Okay, hold on. I think we're gonna have to slow things down a little. Okay, Scott, what do you have in store for us over here?
I will play one of my compositions called A Bedtime Story.
Bedtime story.
It's a cute little ditty that I wrote a little while ago.
Go ahead.
And,
Can I ask what you were thinking about when you wrote it?
I don't know, actually. I have to say, my parents love it, but it took me forever to think of a name, and I was like, it sounds like it would be a nice little, if you were sitting telling a story to a kid as they're about to go to sleep, because it starts out real pretty, and then it gets a little dramatic, has a little turmoil, and then it gets back to soft, and you fade out as there should be asleep, hopefully, by the end of the song. Not you listening.
You stay awake.
Just
You
the
stay
kids
awake.
that are trying to go to sleep only. But I just thought of something like that. If you were just reading to a little kid as you read them to sleep, I imagine. I can't wait till I have kids, maybe one day. I just envisioned that.
Okay.
Did I throw that in there? Oh, I'm sorry.
You go ahead whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
There we go. It's called A Bedtime Story. I hope y'all enjoy.
And then like when I'm just walking the dog, or just walking outside to get my mail, I'm like, oh, I feel like something, and I start singing it, and I was like, I better write this down, or else I'm gonna forget it. And by the time trying to run to write it down, oh, man, it's lost.
Yeah.
So it's like it's always a battle between getting paper and pen in time for
Yeah.
me. In time.
Remember this.
But
So I can
yeah,
get it.
like it's like I felt, like, do you feel like whenever you're just looking up something and then you just sound like you feel so profound and there it is, it's coming right at you, and you're like, wow, so nice.
Mhm.
Do you feel that way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's a random moment, really random moment. And
That can be some
do
of the
you
best.
imagine, like, what about you, Francine? Like, do you imagine whenever you're just singing randomly, making up your own words, just like sitting there, just thinking? Do you feel or do you imagine a certain way, like whenever you do it?
I think I approach it too strictly.
Too strictly.
I usually try to tell
The teacher
myself,
in you.
I need to write something, and I'll sit down and try to write it. So it's not as organic. Maybe I should try y'all's way, because it seems very fruitful.
Like for me, I just stare into the light. Oh, yeah, like I just stare into the light, like street light, any light, and I'm just like, huh, that light.
It's blinded by the light.
Yeah,
Oh.
by the light, and go, there you go.
Hey, that's how some of the best songs have come about.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just ad lib on the piano and just see what takes you. I've done a mistake, and I'm like, that's a cool chord, and I've written a whole song around that. That little like, hey, that's kind of a neat little chord, and then start writing on that. Just kind of go with that thought.
Oh,
See?
we're still
See, we can ad
in the
lib like
party
that.
town. It's done party town.
I was gonna do Funky Town.
Funky town. Unfortunately, it is the end of our program, and we do have one more song for you guys. What would it be for the
It's a crazy
Dessert.
mad world that we're in.
of today's dinner?
We're
What
playing
would
Mad
it
World.
be?
We're doing that world.
Mad. Oh. Okay.
Originally from Tears for Fears, but Julius
Yes.
Giles, I think Julian
Used to be very
Giles.
happy, and now it's very sad.
Had it slowed it down. It's a fast, like up-tempo alternative rock song from the 80s, and then they made it to a slow, nice, passionate, eerie, beautiful piano song. I think it was written for or rearranged for Donnie D'Arco, I think was the first movie that it was for.
Yep.
And then it's been in so many after because it just hit the world. Everyone just loves this version. It's a really, really pretty, beautiful version.
Did you ever figure out that movie? Donnie
Figure out-
Darko?
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I've only seen the
Yeah.
last scene where it started this song. It's the only part I really.
It actually.
So I didn't figure out the whole thing. So because I won't tell you the ending, I only saw that.
Like, it was actually like I could never figure out who was the bunny, but that song made it all like it
There's
rounded the whole story
I
together.
haven't seen it either, so
You haven't
it's like funny.
The bunny. I do not understand.
The rabbit, the rabbit. You guys
the
have to
rabbit.
see it.
All right.
Okay.
You guys have to see it in order to
If
understand
someone's
that
pregnant, there's a
song.
bunny in that. Little rabbit.
All right.
Okay. So we
Let's
had a
get
little fun.
Mm-hmm.
On this one.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. And people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. And people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world.
Whew. All right, this will be my closing statement. To you all out there, be safe, and we'll expect you guys back for next Music Box. Thank you, Francine, for being here today. Scott, always, my man, always. Thank you for being here with us.
My pleasure.
And also, if you can remind us, Francine, when would be your concert again?
Oh, thank you. It's March 22nd, 2014. The band is called Eastern Echo, and I'm working on a website, so hopefully that'll be out soon.
All right. Well, thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.